Okay. So do you pay per month for the apartment?
No, no, the company pays, and then they pay me to live and work here, which is great.
Wow. Okay, so you have free lodging because the
Yeah,
company
yeah,
is covering the cost of your rental.
yeah. So I think to rent a room this size with a bathroom and a kitchen would be about maybe $200 if it's unfurnished. So I'll be looking at maybe 3 to 350 furnished.
All right, we are heading over to this amazing country called Laos with my buddy that I recently did a podcast with, Nigel Coulson. Nigel, good to see you, bud.
Hello again.
Okay, Nigel is an extraordinary man. He's got a houseboat in Laos that he was living on. What was the name of that town that your houseboat's in?
Luang Prabang.
Okay. And so and now you found a gig working, and so you moved to the capital of Vientiane, which is the capital of Laos. So we're going to break down the cost of living in the capital today of living in Laos with Nigel. But Nigel, let's give people a little bit of backup information about who you are, where you're from, how you landed there.
Okay. I'm from the UK. I'm 53. I'm here because of a friend I met in London when I was still living in the UK. She was there studying and working as well. I was telling her what I wanted to get away from the UK from and where I wanted to go, the kind of climate and what I could afford and the kind of food I liked. And she said, "Oh, you need to go to Laos and check it out there. That's where I'm from." Never heard of the place really before then. So I turned up for a holiday, January 2024, in Luang Prabang. Thought, this is a nice place. I could afford to retire now. So went home, got my stuff in order, and a year later, January this year, 2025, I moved to Luang Prabang. I spent 4 months there living on my boat, and then the friend that introduced me to the country, I got a message from her saying, "I've opened an office in Vientiane, the capital, and I want you to come and work for me." So I thought, well, I really want to retire. Do I want to go back to work again? But you know, she's a mate. I thought, yeah, I'll help her out. If I like it, I'll stay. If I don't, I've still got my boat to go back to.
Sure.
And I've been here for 7 weeks now,
Okay.
and we're doing okay. We're doing all right. So it's a very new company,
Hmm.
and I was saying to you earlier, I've made the bought in the first sale for the company today, so I'm celebrating.
Congratulations.
So that's good. That's good. And also today is I've been here 6 months to the day living on my own in Laos. So
Woo!
also celebrating now.
Wow. Okay, so you're double fisting it for celebration
Uh-huh.
over there. What does the business do? What do you sell? What kind of
We're a freight forwarding company.
you're a what?
So freight forwarder.
Okay.
So businesses in Laos, we're aimed at small and medium-sized enterprises. So they come to us and say, we've got uh, a ton of dry chili flakes we want to ship to Japan. And we'll go, yeah, no problem, we can do that. And then we'll go through all the various different ways that dry chilies can get to Japan. And we will pick the most tax efficient route for them to do it, trying to save them
Wow.
as much money as we can.
Interesting. Okay, so you guys are logistics specialists, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
People come
yeah.
to
So
you to
today,
ship.
it was what,
Okay.
sorry?
You people
Yeah.
come to you to ship large shipments and finding.
No, no, we do up to about 100 tons, which is a small shipment.
Oh, okay.
Normally, it's there are big companies here doing much bigger stuff, and they're shipping multiple containers a week.
Okay.
So we leave that to them. But they're too big to deal with the small traders, and almost everybody in not just Laos but in the world. So it's something like 95% of the business community in the world is small and medium-sized enterprises. So that's our target audience. And there's
Okay.
nobody who's close to them. So
What's
we're
the
number one.
what's the name of the company? that you work for?
It's CHSA Shipping.
CHSA Shipping. Okay. And do they have you guys have a website?
Yeah,
Okay.
chsashipping.com.
Awesome. Okay, great. So, yeah, and we'll put that in the description for anybody who has any questions and wants to learn more about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what you're doing.
We do imports as well as exports, so it's not just sending stuff out of us.
Yeah. Okay. And I just wanted to say to the viewers that we have a brilliant podcast that we did earlier where you were living in this more of a beautiful touristic type town.
Lorraine Prabang.
Okay. Yeah. So, and you bought, and what's unusual is that you ended up buying a houseboat and then you started living on this houseboat on the Mekong River. So for the
Yeah.
viewers that are watching, we have that video available. Just go to the Adventure Freaks main page, type in Laos in the search, and it'll come right up, and you'll see Nigel, and you can watch that as well. It's really an awesome interview and podcast. All right, so now you're in Vientiane, the capital.
Yeah.
I know nothing about the Vientiane, the capital of Laos. Explain what the city's like, what the vibe is like. What's your impressions? Thinking about moving abroad but not sure where to start? You're not alone. There are dozens of countries that seem amazing on the surface, but how do you know which ones are actually right for you? The wrong move could be stressful and expensive. That's why at AdventureFreaks.com we created the Ideal Destination Finder. It's a fun, unique tool that helps match you with your top 3 destinations based on your lifestyle, budget, and priorities. All you need to do is go to the AdventureFreaks.com website, scroll down a bit, and you'll see the Ideal Destination Finder. Click it and start the quiz. It takes about 3 minutes and it could save you months of research. So give it a try and stop guessing. Now let's get back to the video.
It's like any cities anywhere. It's chaos.
Yeah.
A lot of it is urban sprawl. We've got the city centre. I mean, by city standards, world city standards, it's tiny. You can walk across the city centre in 10 minutes. You can walk from one side to the other.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's got all the same stuff that you'd find in a bigger city,
Yeah.
just less of it.
Hmm.
And it's just on a smaller scale, like the whole of Laos. It's like the real world, but miniature.
Yeah. Yeah. Is
But
it
it's
like,
that's part of the charm of it, though.
is it scooter heavy there?
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything is motorbikes. There are more cars here. Um, they're slowly coming in. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, it was rare to see, a big number of cars, but now it's lots of SUVs and pickups coming in.
Hmm.
We've got there's bus services, there's tuk-tuks, there's a lot of private taxi firms. We've got cock-cocks,
What's
which
that?
is it's like it's kind of an electric tuk-tuk. They're all
Okay.
bright orange in colour,
Okay.
and it's all done with an app. So you go, I want to go from here to here. I want to go in an electric cock-cock, or they do cars as well, and
And they're
yeah,
what
I
are
know
they called?
it's
What are
funny
they
every single
called?
time.
What are they called?
Cock cock, K-O-K.
Cock cock. Wow.
Yeah. So,
Nice. So
but
what
they're branching out as well. They do air conditioned electric cars, and they've got a small chain of like corner shops that they do cock marts.
nice. Nice. So they don't have a metro there?
No, no, there's no metro, nothing like that. There's the railway. There's one railway line into the city, and it stops here. Doesn't go any further south, and
Hmm.
it's between here and Boten, which is in the north, almost on the Chinese border.
Yeah. When you get on a cock cock or you get on a tuk tuk, I mean, how much do they charge you to get around the city? Are they pretty affordable or?
Um, Hot cocks are cheaper. Tuk-tuks are actually the most expensive because they're more kind of touristy.
Yeah.
And you've got the private taxis are somewhere in between. So
Hmm.
it's it's a 7 minute drive from here to the middle of downtown. And that would be in the daytime when it's quiet about $1.10, $1.20 on a cock,
Okay.
maybe $1.50 to $2 in a car.
Okay.
And late at night, that prices are going to go up. But I don't think I paid more than $2 to get anywhere in a taxi here at any time of the day or night so far.
Do most people take the taxis and the tuk-tuks and the cock-cocks rather than jumping
No,
on
most people
public?
have motorbikes.
Most people have motorbikes, but do they have
Yeah,
public transportation where they have a bus system that people use?
yeah. We've got green buses. So lots of people use those. If you're on a budget, you don't own a bike, 'cause not
Hmm.
everyone does.
Yeah, yeah.
Then yeah, the bus is for you. There's one goes past the office here, but
Okay.
I can't see any timetable. It seems to be a bit random as when they turn up.
Yeah. Do you know what they charge per ride on the buses?
I have no idea. I think it's the cheapest way to get around town. I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's probably, I'm guessing,
So
around 30 cents a ride or something like
maybe
that.
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, great information. Let's start out with how are you living there? What type of a visa are you on? And what do you know
Um,
about the visa process over there? And is there an income requirement that you had to meet to qualify to live over there?
I'm on an LAB2 visa, which is the one you want if you're going to be staying here for any length of time. That gives me a year's multiple entry in and out of the country as often as I want to use it.
Okay.
I paid for it myself this time, and it was $700. I went through an agency, Chris Bath Visa, who any expat in the country you'll know, you would talk to them and they would know Chris Bath Visa.
Okay.
It was, did I say $700? And that's with a year's work permit that allows me to work here for a Lao company.
Okay. Now, if you're not working, if you're a retiree, can you still get that same visa and not work?
Yeah, just for a year if you want to retire here. There's no actual retirement visa. So it's still the LAB to 1 year multiple entry, but it will cost a bit less without the work permit as well.
Okay. So
I
what you
think
do
it's
is
maybe
you
550, $600, something like that.
okay, so you're okay, so to you got to pay some kind of visa um agency that you use called Chris Bath. You paid $700 and you're good to go for the year. Do you have to renew that
Yeah.
every year? And does it cost an additional $700 every time you renew it?
This year I don't know. You do need to renew it every year, but because I'm now working for a Lao company, I can do it through the company.
I see.
So it's going to be less money for me to pay, or if the company's doing well by bringing two sales this year,
Yeah.
then the company will pay for me.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay, good. Good information. Okay, so let's move on to rents. So is that your apartment that you're in?
Yeah, yeah. The office is downstairs.
Okay.
It's a three-story building, so there's office space downstairs, office at the front, bathroom in the middle. We've got a box room and then a kitchen at the back. You go upstairs. Above the office is my room, so I've got my own bathroom. Then there's a spare which room we use for a meeting room at the back, and then there's a balcony to sit on when it's sunny. Not at the moment because it's rainy season.
Yeah.
And then above that, again, we've got same size room as this one, another bathroom, and then another small room at the back.
Okay. So in Vientiane, where you're staying, it
Yeah.
would how would you describe the area that you're staying in? Is it where some expats stay, or is it living with the locals, or are you in the center area, a more desirable area, or kind of in between?
It's hard to say. There aren't many expats in any one area, I don't think.
Yeah.
There's quite a good mix of people. It's I'd say 95% Lao here. There are a few Chinese, there's a few Koreans, and then there's foreign white people with not many of us.
Hmm.
So as to this area it's quite close to Old Town, the
Okay.
downtown,
Okay.
between two hospitals, so it's good for that. So
Mm,
it's close to get to downtown. There's local shops, so I can get everything I need within a 5 minute walk for day-to-day existence.
yeah.
So that's quite easy.
Nice. Now, it looks like quite a nice place. And so how many rooms do you have?
Well, I've pretty much got the run of the whole building. So when the office shuts, there's only me here.
Okay.
So I'm kind of night watch security as well.
Okay.
So accommodation is part of my pay for the company.
Okay. So do you pay per month for the apartment?
No, no, the company pays, and then they pay me to live and work here, which is great.
Wow. Okay, so you have free lodging because the
Yeah,
company is
yeah,
covering the cost of your rental.
yeah, yeah.
That's what a
I
lot
think
of time. Go
if I
ahead.
was going to rent this place, I think to rent a room this size with a bathroom and a kitchen would be about maybe $200 if it's unfurnished. So I'd be looking at maybe 3 to 350 furnished.
Okay. So you can find stuff for 2 to 350 in
Yeah,
Vientiane, an apartment
yeah.
like you have, renting.
Yeah, if you're on a budget, find somewhere small. It's $200 to $300 a month.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the things that I like about Southeast Asia and parts of Asia is if you even a lot of people that work and teach ESL, a lot of those agencies will give them a free place to live, which
Mm,
is
yeah,
really nice. Um,
yeah,
and it sounds like you have the same setup, which is pretty cool.
yeah. I've got no furniture at the moment because we've only been going for a few weeks.
Yeah.
But I've got a bed that's on the way.
Okay.
So another thing the company's going to try and provide me with is a motorbike. It's costing me a fortune in taxis to get to uptown.
Yeah.
And then when the CEO, she's got a room upstairs, but she's in the upstairs room. It's a company bike, so anyone that wants to go somewhere in the company just hop on the bike and go and do whatever they need to do.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, well, you gotta logistically, you could have some people move your furniture from your houseboat to your apartment, but then you couldn't Airbnb your houseboat. So you got to leave the.
I wanted to bring my boat down because the river runs all the way down from Bank to through Vientiane.
Oh,
But
wow.
we've got there's a big dam in the way, and the lock on the dam is too big for my boat. When he opened the sluice to lower the water level, it would just suck my boat down.
Oh, wow.
So I had to leave my boat up in the Rank Bank up there. So I've got a friend looking after it for me. I need to
Yeah.
go and check on it, see if it's all right in the next few weeks, hopefully.
Yeah, nice. Well, it's a getaway. It's almost like a second
Yeah,
house,
exactly.
you know? It's like a little vacation spot. It's a beautiful spot.
Yeah, yeah,
Laos. Okay. All right. So next on the list is utilities. So do they include utilities in the rent?
yeah, yeah. It's all paid for, so
Everything
I
is
don't have
paid
to worry
for.
about that.
So you don't, do you
We've
have
got
any idea what somebody who would have to pay utilities would pay per month there?
I I had a look. I found something on Facebook. Somebody posted, and it's ridiculous. It's like electricity is something like $1 a month, something ridiculous like that.
A
It's
dollar a month for your electricity?
yeah,
That doesn't sound right.
that might not be quite right, but
No.
if you're financially okay, it's negligible. And same with water.
Hmm.
We city water comes into the tap. It costs peanuts.
Right.
Drinking water comes in big 20-liter barrels, and it's 10,000 kip for 20 liters, which is about 40 or 50 cents.
Hmm.
And one person will get through maybe 40 liters a month. So under $1 a month for drinking water, let's say $2 a month for city water for washing and cleaning.
Right. Do you um pay for Wi-Fi?
No, that's company Wi-Fi again,
Okay,
so I
that's
don't pay for that.
so that's included.
Um, I do use mobile data, which confuses the hell out of me. I'm used to the UK where you just pay a monthly direct debit, you set amount every month, and you
Yes.
get unlimited calls, unlimited data, and whatever phone you want with it.
Hmm.
I've come here and there are like there's 400 different plans you can choose from, all with a different price, and it's
Yeah.
just I can't get around it.
Are you using a plan from Laos? Did you sign up for the cell service there?
Yeah, I've got a data only SIM.
Okay.
There's no point really having calls because everyone uses WhatsApp, which is free calls. It just comes off your data. So
Hmm.
data only SIM is all you're going to need here.
Hmm. And how much you pay for that per month?
Um, I got a really expensive one. I got a tourist data SIM that lasts for 30 days, and then it's junk. You throw it away. And I think that was I think $20 for 30 days and 140 gig and however many calls that I didn't use. So if you're not going to stay, that's fine. Just get one of those. There's a whole list. But you'll have to have some idea of how many calls you're going to make and what kind of data you're going to use before you turn up.
All right, great. Well, moving on to groceries. What are the markets like there? They got to be pretty interesting, I would think. And what do you think you're estimating per month in spending on groceries?
My costs are good right now because I'm not eating out at tourist restaurants every night. So I would say my food expenses are somewhere a third to a half of what they have been in Luang Prabang. I still get a lot of takeaways using Food Panda,
Okay,
but it's
so you order out a lot.
yeah, but it's from the
Well,
local Lao
let's keep
cafes,
those
not from
separate.
abroad.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna categorize those as restaurants. So how much, like if you're gonna cook at
Okay.
home or, fill up the fridge, how much do you think you budget for that?
Beer is is my biggest expenditure. So I mean, these are something like they're about 40 or 50 cents a can. Not a
Okay.
lot if you
Nice.
buy a crate of 24 at a time.
Hmm.
Vegetables are absolutely dirt cheap, and it's
Yeah.
all there's fresh veg markets all over town. You won't be more than a 5 minute walk from wherever you're living.
Okay.
Uh, Meat's quite expensive. Western stuff like bread and cheese is very expensive because it's just not something that's produced here. So almost all of it is imported.
Hmm.
I can buy a bag of onions, fruit, potatoes, herbs and spices, chilies, coriander, enough for 3 days food for £2. If I want meat on top of that, it's going to be maybe £3 to £4, £5 if it's like a nice cut from one of the posher shops.
Yeah. So
So yeah, well under budget.
would you say you're spending $50 a week or less
Less,
for
I
groceries?
think. So my food budget, well, my budget for everything is it was about $16 a day because the inflation here is now closer to $18 a day. It's since we spoke, and I think I'm spending maybe let's say half of that on food, including beer.
How much are you?
So what's
So
that?
how much?
Let's say $8 a day for eating well and drinking a couple of these a night
So okay, so for beer and food that you're buying to eat at home, you're spending about $56 a week.
at the most. Yeah, I can get that down to 35, 40, and not really suffer for it. It's just slightly cheaper cuts of meat, slightly smaller portions.
Yeah. Okay. So that's okay. So you're doing okay, so let's average about $200 a month that you're figuring
Yeah, right.
and then you eat out quite frequently as well. How much is a meal there? What are the
Um,
meals like and how much are you paying per meal and what do you think you budget per month eating out?
they're small portions for Western standards. It's kind of like as much as you can hold in your hand. A lot of it is either rice or noodle based. Um, I buy again through Food Panda. So if you place your order within, I think it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you get a discount. Lots of shops on top of that will do another discount. If you spend a certain amount above that, you'll get free delivery.
Okay.
So I tend to buy 3 days worth of food and it averages out. I've been looking. It's about $1.50 per meal.
Okay,
That's
so what is
delivered
food?
with no
Explain
washing
what
up
that
on
is.
it.
So you're buying Food Panda. I'm thinking it's like a Chinese restaurant that delivers your meal for the night. But
It's kind of like it's
you're
a food
buying
delivery service.
and you're buying three meals?
Yeah, I buy three. I buy six meals, which will last me 3 days. If I don't want to cook or go out, it's chipping down the rate. I don't fancy getting soaking wet in the market. I just get a delivery in for 3 days, 2 meals a day, about about kind of in a box that size.
I
Fried
see.
rice on a noodle. Some of it comes with soup as well.
Okay. So if you're buying in bulk, you can save a little bit of money,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So that's like the cheaper end of the market. You can also order in Western food, burgers, fries, pizzas. That pushes the price up a bit more.
Okay, and how much would you say you budget per week to do that?
Um, it all comes out of my food budget. So actually, it can cost a cheap meal delivered can cost the same as an expensive meal cooked at home. So
Hmm.
I don't separate the two out.
So, okay, so wait a minute, let's back up. So when we were talking about groceries, and you said
All
you're
right.
spending about $7 or $8 a day. I think you said $8 a day for
I
groceries.
know. Yeah. So
So then that would,
then
so if
$10
after
a
a
day.
week, that's 56. So that'd be 56
That,
bucks for the week. Are you talking that's groceries and restaurants?
groceries and takeaways, let's say $10 a day.
10 bucks a day.
Restaurants are a different matter. Restaurants are the next level up.
The restaurants cost. If you're spending $8 to $10 a day eating out sometimes. So we can we can estimate that maybe about, does this sound accurate or sound close? Like $200 a month for you?
It's $8 to $10 eating here, including takeaways, or I say $8 to $10 for one meal out at a nice restaurant.
Yeah, per day.
Well, for takeaways at cheap restaurants per day, eating two meals. But go for one meal at a posh restaurant with a beer, one meal.
Okay. So it's actually going to be less than 200 because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
because okay, you're probably going to be averaging about $100 a month then because you're getting three meals for $8 to $10, right?
yeah. I can do, yeah,
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So in Vientiane, Nigel, all right, it's the capital. There's got to be things to do. What do people
yeah.
do for entertainment? What do they do for fun there? What do they have? I mean, you look like
There's
you're a wild man. You own your own boat and everything there, so I'm sure you got to be taking advantage of getting out.
no, I'm not. I'm a mild man. There's I've no idea how many restaurants are here. But there's you can't walk for more than 2 minutes without coming across a little Lao restaurant set back in the road somewhere.
Hmm.
So most of the Lao people go out to eat, either at Lao restaurants or the Chinese restaurants. They have Chinese hot pots, which is a very popular here. That seems to be the thing that most people do. We've got a few more things here than the Rumpel Bank. We've got a big national museum and an ethnic art gallery. There's a couple of cinemas. We've got a shooting range. There's a few nightclubs here. There's not quite as much to see if you're a tourist
What's
as
a
there is in
shoot?
Luang.
What's the shooting range?
I haven't been yet. It's
What is it?
you go and shoot guns.
You shoot guns. Can you own a
Yeah,
gun?
rifle range.
Can you own a
I
gun
think
there?
it's. I think you can in Laos. I think a lot of the people out in the country hunt with guns.
Okay.
The only ones I've seen in town have been with the armed guards when they're changing cash over at ATMs, which takes a bit of getting used to because you just don't see guns in the UK anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a shock.
Yeah. Yeah. What do they hunt for? Do you know? What kind of animals?
Food. There's a lot of the people out in the sticks. There's nowhere to buy food out there, so they still eat bushmeat effectively. If it moves and it's cookable, they'll shoot it and eat it.
Hmm. Yeah, okay, interesting. All right. And they have some museums and theaters and things of
Yeah,
that nature there?
yeah. I've not been yet.
Okay.
but they are here. It's on my list of things to do.
Are you a theater guy? I mean, have you ever gone? You're from England, so I'm always thinking Shakespeare and theater.
Um, I've been a few times at school, but very, very rarely since leaving school. A couple of times, maybe.
I could see you being the lead character in a play on a stage.
No, I can't remember my lines. I've got ADHD. My memory's just awful. There's
Some of
no
the,
chance of me remembering
hey, some of the
lines.
greatest artists have ADHD. That's what makes them tremendous, the way their mind works differently.
Yeah, I'm an artist, but I'm not an actor. I can do
Yeah.
painting, drawing, building things, clay, sculpture, whatever, but not remembering lines.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, great. And do you know if you go to a museum or a gallery, what they're charging to get into those places at all, or
I've not been. I
okay.
think from memory in the Rank it was maybe 40,000 kit to get into the big museum there, which is about $1.80 or 90.
Oh wow. Okay. So I mean, probably a big budget of entertainment would be about $10 a month, it sounds like, if you're going to participate in some of those activities.
Yeah, I don't know what the cinema costs are. I had a look what films are on. I think it's a five screen cinema. I'm guessing small screens,
Yeah.
but I didn't see the prices. But it's not going to be a lot. It's otherwise nobody would go if they couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
It's all designed for those things.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And the next thing up is healthcare. What are you doing for healthcare? What can an expat or a retiree that moves there do for healthcare? What's the cost?
I'm still on my travel insurance, which isn't the best thing to be on. Oh, I've told them that I'm going to be traveling in Southeast Asia, which isn't entirely accurate. But I'm starting to get quoting because I'm going to need to replace it next year. And I think it's going to be, from what I see, I think there's a state option for $40 a year.
Oh, wow.
If you want private healthcare, it's going to be something like $120 a year for the basic model. And you can pay more if you want more. You don't have to use a our company. You can use the company from wherever you're from.
Okay. So
You can pay as much as you want, whatever coverage you want, basically.
have you heard anything about the quality of the hospitals in the healthcare there?
We have one international standard hospital here in Vientiane. Um, but for serious things like brain tumors and missing limbs, you'll be flown to Thailand and they'll deal with it there. Or Hong Kong is another option as well.
Yeah.
So you'll need to cover those costs. But for things like if you just fall over and break an arm, you need an X-ray and a cast, you'll be fine here. That'll be okay, and it will be cheaper here than going to Thailand to do the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I hear people that have kind of severe issues, most jump on a plane and go to Thailand because they have
Yeah,
excellent health care in the region.
yeah.
What does a flight cost if you're flying out of a Lao airport to Thailand where you're at? What would that cost?
Here to Bangkok, you can get flights for $100.
Okay.
Um, some of the smaller airlines, they don't fly regularly, but if it's not urgent, then you can get that cost down again.
Okay. So you're looking at about $100.
Yeah, I'd say for an emergency, allow two to 300 to get you out now, kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay. And well, that's everything. This has been great information again, Nigel. I appreciate it. Is there anything else that we didn't discuss that you can think of that could be beneficial for the viewers watching about the potentially checking out Laos, considering moving there?
No, I don't think so. I think if you're going to come here, start with one of the tourist places. Start with Luang Prabang if you're a bit older, or Ban Vieng if you're younger and kind of into backpacking. Then make your way down to Vientiane and see what it's like here. Or we've got Savannah Ket if you want somewhere that's a bit quieter and not as touristy, not the same size as Vientiane.
Hmm.
But if you want to work, then I think you're going to have to be in Vientiane really for the opportunities, at
And
least to get settled.
and there are opportunities for people who want to work that are even older that could find work in Laos.
Yeah, yeah. English teacher. If you're an English speaker, English teacher is the number one thing to do. If you've
Hmm.
got a qualification, you can ask for. I think it's about $25 an hour top rate,
Okay. Wow.
which is
That's
high earning in Laos. Yeah.
yeah, that's impressive. What's the how would you describe the weather year round?
At the moment, we're just getting into rainy season, so I'm sat here in my room. It's some look at the temperature. It's 25 degrees in here,
Okay.
and this is one of the cooler rooms in the house. I've not got the aircon on yet.
Okay.
But outside, it's this time of year, it's going to be kind of 27 to 37. Very, very humid. It's 97% humidity with a 25 Celsius dew point.
Hmm.
So you're going to get wet even when it's not raining.
Yeah,
When it is raining, my God, it's if you're from the southern states in the US or southern Europe, you'll be fine. You'll be used to it.
sure.
But it literally all comes down in one row. It's like somebody opens a swimming pool over you.
Hmm.
I went out. I went to a bar last Thursday. By the time I'd walked from the doors to the taxi, which was about 6 steps, I was absolutely I'd soaked to the skin from top to bottom in the rain.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it would do this maybe 3 times a week, and in between you'll get a number of smaller showers as well that can last between like 10 minutes to a couple of hours. And
Hmm.
the mosquitoes are very active at this time of year. So I spent 15 minutes outside today. My feet have been chewed to pieces because I forgot to spray.
Hmm.
From November, December, January, February is the best time to visit the country. The weather is milder. It's a lot less humid. It's a lot less rainy, but it's still hot and sunny. You'll see more blue skies, less mosquitoes. It's just a nicer time.
Hmm. Okay. All right, great. And as far as like what makes I think Laos interesting is that it's just one of those countries that a lot of people don't go to because you out in Southeast Asia, you have Thailand, you have Vietnam, you have the Philippines, you have Cambodia, and
Yeah,
all of those countries have beaches and they have access to amazing beaches and oceans, which
yeah.
Laos doesn't have access to. It's a landlocked place, right?
It is. Yeah, it's surrounded by 5 different countries.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons I think there's a lot of people that don't go there. But what makes it intriguing is that people tend to share that Thailand is kind of very very active with tourism, as well as Indonesia. A lot of tourists go to Indonesia and
Yeah.
Bali and Thailand, and Vietnam is picking up, Philippines. So if you like to go to places that feel more authentic, I'm guessing Laos is the place to be.
Yeah. It's the touristy places are still touristy. It's coming here from Luang Prabang. It's been an eye opener. I thought when I landed in Luang Prabang, it's like, wow, this is a completely, an alien civilization.
Yeah.
Uh, but now I'm here in Vientiane, mixing it with actual not tourists and the long term expats and mostly Lao people. In comparison, Luang Prabang is like a tourist theme park that's been frozen in time,
Hmm.
and that's got to like it for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's completely different down here.
Yeah.
And further you will get away from the cities, if you're not a hardcore traveler, you will struggle. If you don't speak the language, you won't get by. It's still a very undiscovered country, but there are tourist pockets where you can get by as well as any other tourist country in the world.
Okay. And how are you managing to interact and meet locals and meet other people? Is there an expat community to connect with? Are you
Yeah.
connecting with some of the locals? And what's that experience like?
I go to a Thursday night language exchange. I think I'm the only English person that goes there.
Wow.
There's a couple of Mexicans, which surprised me. I didn't know they'd be here.
Yeah.
There's a few. There's very few Europeans. There's a French guy who manages the venue, and he turns up every week. Mostly, it's Koreans and Chinese.
Okay.
There's a few locals that turn up as well when it doesn't rain, because everyone rides there on a motorbike almost. When it's bucket down rain, nobody turns up.
Hmm.
But yeah, for the most part, the regulars is me, the French guy that runs it, a couple of Chinese guys, and some Koreans.
Hmm.
So for mixing with the locals, there's local shops, but none of them speak English. Um, my my Lao lessons have it's gone down because I'm not out every night mixing with the tourist restaurants where
Hmm.
people speak Lao and English. So I'm not learning like I was. Most of my time I'm here. I'm only out once a week instead of once a night. So I'm not talking to people who are teaching me Lao. So I've had to start doing actual proper Lao lessons with a teacher. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping things are going to. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. Do you enjoy that? Is it pretty fun to kind of dive into the language and pick it up, pick up words here and
It is. My God, it's like nothing I've ever encountered with a language before. I'm used to English with Latin rules with a bit of German thrown in as well. Here, it's just no,
there? Yeah.
completely different, starting from scratch.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's hard, but I am learning. It's just very, very slowly, and I struggle with the languages anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm talking to other expats. There's a guy who's been here for 15 odd years. He's got a couple of businesses. He speaks as much Lao as I do. He
Okay.
really, really struggles to pick it up. His friend, who's been here for I think 12 years, he said, he's almost fluent and he can speak Camus and he can speak a bit of Hmong as well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how much you mix. If you've got a language brain, you'll pick up the language. And if you don't have a language brain, you will struggle like you will anywhere in the world.
Yeah, well said. There are people that just pick it up fairly quickly and they're really good at it. And then
Yeah,
there's other people that can live there for, 20 years and still they got the
yeah,
basics down. But yeah, it is. It's a brain thing. I think it's the way that we
yeah,
digest that information. Um,
yeah.
well, that's great information, Nigel. That's again everything. I just want to thank you for taking the time again to do this, sharing,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
breaking down the cost for us in Vientiane, Laos.
I'm not.
It's great to see you. Congratulations on the success of what you guys are doing with CHSA, and and I look forward to doing another one, man, down the road.
Well, by the time the last one was out, I'd moved from Bang and I was settled here. So by the time this one comes out, where am I going to be?
You
I'm,
never know.
who knows?
Exactly. All right, buddy. Well, you have a great rest of the your evening, your night there. It's probably getting
Yeah,
close to bedtime, and I'll talk to you soon.
cheers. Next time.